All right, February 1st, we're officially 1/3 of the way through the first quarter, and it's been a crazy 31 days, man. Think for a second, what have I done these past 31 days, right? What goals did I set for myself? What goals did I reach? What goals did I not reach? And why, right? Why did things play out the way that they did? You need to analyze everything and start this month essentially on a clean slate. It's a fresh page, new start, new season, new chapter, whatever you want to call it. You are entering essentially a new season. You can even say a new season of life. You can say with each month is a new season. And basically for this season, you want to reassess the New Year's goals that you made for yourself, the resolutions, and tweak them just a little bit. You want to fine tune them as much as possible to kind of find what is both realistic and what is going to work with the current situation you're in, right? So some of us set some crazy goals, right? Which is great, but they're not super realistic. So after that first month, you didn't hit your $1 million goal. You're like, oh man, it's just gonna be another year, right? No, wrong. You set the wrong goal. You need to go back and analyze that goal and say, okay, instead of 1 million a month, let's start small, right? Let's do 10K a month, 15K a month, and work up from there, right? You didn't hit the gym every single day this month. That's fine. It's okay. You're human. This new month, though, let's aim instead of every single day, let's aim for at least 3 or 4 times a week. And same thing for every other habit, right? If you dive in headfirst with something and you try to stack habits on habits on habits on habits, you're going to end up failing. There's a perfect example in the sales world. If you have never done cold calls before, it can be nerve-wracking, right? Because you're speaking to a stranger trying to sell them something without coming off as you're selling them something. And so your first few calls are going to be nerve-wracking, which is totally normal. It's totally fine. We've all been there. And then I'd say after about maybe your 50th call, even sometimes your 100th call, you kind of get a pace, right? You get a routine. This is how I face this objection. This is how I start this conversation with this type of person, with this type of personality. If you know anything about sales, you know that you're going to hit a lot of roadblocks. A lot of people, they're going to curse you out or just hang up on you, and it gets discouraging. It really does. And so the reason why I bring this up is goals are similar to this kind of cold call outreach, right? After a lot of failures, you're going to start getting discouraged. So a lot of people, what they do in January is they set these crazy goals thinking that they're going to accomplish everything within the first month. And if you have never lived that type of lifestyle before, you're going to burn out, right? There's a saying, in order for something new to come, something old must go. For you to get a life that you've never lived before, you're going to have to do things that you have never done before, within moderation though. People, they don't hear the moderation part and they just think, okay, I'm going to stack 20 goals on top of each other. I'm going to wake up at 5 a.m. every single day, go to the gym, meditate for 20 minutes, da 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 da. It's not going to work. It's not realistic. That's what I want the whole premise of this video to be, right? You have to take the realistic approach. Yes, dream, be idealistic in a way. It's great to dream. Dreaming is free, my mom always says. But you have to be realistic. What situation are you in currently? Or what does your life currently look like? What are you happy with and what are you not happy with? And what changes can you make, right? So take a sheet of paper, spend 5 to 10 minutes by yourself and really plan out this entire month, this next month. I think this is a leap year. So you have 29 days this year in this month of February. And if you really, really, really focus in, I guarantee you will make some incredible progress within a month, within 29 days. Set goals for yourself that are both realistic, but also idealistic in a way, right? Understand that it's you versus you. There's a saying, I forget who says this. I believe it's Alex Hormozy or someone, but basically there's another version of you in another universe, right? And that version of you did everything that they had to do to get to where they wanted to be, where you wanted to be, right? The only difference is they did things that you were not willing to do. So the saying kind of goes, think about everything you're not willing to give up for the goals that you have set, right? The version of you that gave those things up ended up winning. So it just shows it's you versus you. You can either stay in the same trajectory you're going in right now and get mediocre results, or you can pivot a little bit, right? Maybe switch lanes a little bit, take the next exit on the highway, and slowly but surely start Xing things out of your life, right? Maybe cut down your social media time, cut down your screen time, XYZ. But you want to get to a common ground. And you want to get as close to that alternate universe of yourself as possible. So take these next 29 days, set goals for yourself, set habits that are realistic, but also still have that ambition, right? Still have that drive, and log everything. Every week, spend 5-10 minutes on Sunday. Reflect on the week prior. How did it go? What successes did you have? What losses did you have? Etc. And go from there, right? You need to self-analyze everything. And I guarantee you, if you do that, this month will be life-changing.